Suppose a feathered Tyrannosaur suddenly appeared in modern-day Canada. Could it reclaim the top of the food chain? In northern Canada, a young feathered king dinosaur is born into a wave of bitter cold. It's late spring, but winter hasn't truly passed, and left alone you'd freeze to death within days. But you're not alone. Your mother, 9 meters long and over a ton, is an absolute apex predator on this continent, and under her protection, you survive the hardest stage of your life. At just 40 kilograms, all you can do is move instinctively toward warmth, while she shields you from the wind with her own body. Then, summer finally returns to northern Canada, and with it the caribou, hundreds of thousands migrating north. Your mother has been watching them for a long time, and she already knows the one narrow place they all funnel through, a canyon crossing, the perfect hunting ground. You follow her to the crossing, but you're still too small to help with the hunt. A stampeding herd could easily trample you, so you hide behind rocks and low bushes while she hunts alone. You feel the ground shake, hear the roars and panicked hooves in the distance, then silence, until the rhythmic tremble of her footsteps signals her return. She always drops the meat in front of you first, only eating what's left once you've had your fill. Days pass like this, one after another, until a pack of 8 or 9 wolves finds your territory. Lean, dark gray, thoroughly accustomed to ruling this land unchallenged. They believe nothing here could possibly intimidate them. Your mother simply walks straight into the pack and lets out a single roar. They scatter instantly in every direction. Weeks later, a 400-kilogram brown bear makes the exact same mistake, trailing behind her for scraps, before eventually growing bold enough to approach while she's still eating. It doesn't back down this time, so she ends the argument in a few dozen violent seconds, and the bear finally limps away, bleeding heavily from a deep wound on its shoulder. No creature ever tries to steal from her again after that. For the next 60 days, this entire stretch of land belongs to her completely and unchallenged. Then September arrives, and temperatures start dropping fast. There's no real autumn out here, only summer giving way directly to winter. Last week it was still a few degrees above freezing. Now it's already deep below zero. The caribou begin their long migration south, and the easy hunting at the crossing dries up almost overnight. Solitary prey become much harder to track down across the emptying land. By October, the whole region has emptied out completely. The great herds are long gone, and whatever's left has either burrowed underground or moved on, growing scarcer with every passing day. By November, it's fallen to -40 degrees, the wind cutting exposed skin numb within minutes. Your mother has no real choice but to slow down now. There's simply not enough prey left to fuel her hunts, so she conserves what heat she has, holding you tightly whenever the wind grows fiercest. Her breathing grows heavier with each passing week, her movements noticeably slower. But you're still only 4 months old. You still believe she can do anything, that this is simply how the world has always worked. You nestle into her feathers and feel her warmth even through the bitter cold. By December, that warmth slowly starts to fade, until one gray morning she simply doesn't get up anymore. You cry out beside her, but nothing happens. Her feathers stop rising and falling, and the warmth you've always known is gone. You stay there a long while, not knowing what else there is to do. But the bitter cold keeps stealing your body heat, and something deeper than conscious thought tells you, staying here means death. So you leave, 50 kilograms having never killed anything entirely on your own. You track down a mouse using your sense of smell. Your first real kill, barely a mouthful, but enough energy to survive 2 more days. From there you learn to find fish abandoned by foxes, rabbits hiding in their burrows, more mice, just enough to keep you barely alive. Then one day you stumble upon a fox frozen solid to death, an unexpected feast that sustains you for a long stretch afterward. By May, spring finally arrives. The snow melts, the permafrost loosens, and food grows abundant again. You find a young deer swept downstream by the current, struggling onto the bank, and you bite down. Suddenly you understand. Hunting along this river will always be easier. Over the following months you sharpen fast. Chasing healthy adult caribou is a waste of time compared to picking off the young or the stragglers trailing behind the herd. When winter comes again, you notice one animal that never migrates, musk oxen, still far too large for you to challenge. So you survive this second winter on smaller prey. But you're no longer the clumsy hatchling you were. 2 years pass, you reach 400 kilograms, and winter's small prey stop being enough. You have no choice but to consider the musk oxen. You approach the herd. They notice you and form a defensive circle instantly. But you don't attack recklessly. 2 years of experience taught you injury for one meal isn't worth it. You circle and wait. For an hour they hold formation without flinching. Then fatigue sets in, and after another hour you spot an opening. Charging in and clamping onto a calf near the herd's center, while the adults scatter in panic. Blood fills your mouth, your heart pounding with triumph. You've overcome the greatest challenge of surviving here. What happened to your mother won't happen to you. By year 5 you're 9 meters long, 1,400 kilograms, covered in feathers, muscle, and teeth. The exact size she was when she died. But unlike her, you know exactly how to survive. Wolves scatter at your scent. Grizzlies abandon their kills at the sight of you. You've become the center of an entire food web, scavengers trailing your every hunt. One day, old memory pulls you back to where she fell, but only scattered bones remain, picked clean years ago by the same scavengers now following you. You've beaten every threat this land had, but in the end, you're still alone. There will never be another feathered Tyrannosaur here, and one day you too will vanish from this land. But for now, at least, you're still alive.